Investigators are combing through surveillance footage to track down a person of interest in the deadly shooting at Brown University.
During an update yesterday, officials mentioned a brief frame from one of those clips could be the key to finding the person.
Former Senior Assistant Attorney General Scott Chase is here with us this afternoon. Hello, thank you for being here with us. So let's take a look at this process that investigators are going through and how they use surveillance. So in the case of Providence and with Brown University, it seems to be what we keep getting the update on as new images come in. And they're coming in from not just in and around the campus here, Scott, but elsewhere too, in and around the neighborhood. So what is the process that police and investigators need to follow to get all of this video in and then begin to analyze it, separate it, break it down, and see what could be a potential hit?
Yeah, it's a great question. And so I think that's the initial reaction, right? Is that everyone thinks you're going to gather surveillance footage just from the point of the incident, where in reality, law enforcement is combing areas in and around a scene and in corridors leading to a scene. And the main reason for that is, in addition to specifically identifying a suspect in an investigation, surveillance also provides a lot of assistance in identifying other witnesses, other potential evidence that may have been there. Also, by being able to look at a wide array of surveillance footage that covers, different time and space, you're able to establish timelines, which are crucial in an investigative process, and all the way up through the prosecutorial process. So it's not surprising that in a serious investigation, you're going to see a wide array of surveillance footage that has been gathered by law enforcement, and I'm certain that they're continuing to do that as they would in any investigation.
And Scott, we've seen that it has taken several days to get different angles, different images. At first, they were very grainy in the Providence investigation, and then the images got clearer as the investigation continued, and they found different cameras. But what challenges do investigators face when they're trying to round up this footage? And do they have any methods at their disposal to try to get around those roadblocks?
Yeah. So, the first thing is technology changes. It changes rapidly, as we all know, in every aspect of our lives, and that's no different in surveillance technology. So, in any case, and I've been there and I've had those where you're dealing with some camera systems that may be decades old, incredibly pixelated, short time frames of storage capacities. And then on the other end of the spectrum, you have some of today's most advanced 4K resolution technologies there. It's, in a serious investigation, there's also a wide time frame in which law enforcement gathers that video footage. So it can take a substantial amount of time to both, go around and try to figure out how you're going to collect that. Again, some of the more, up-to-date technology can be as simply as law enforcement getting a web link to follow and download footage, where it could be a system that can't even download the video, and officers may sit in front of a TV screen in the back of a gas station and recording the actual closed circuit network television that they have to gather it. So depending on what you're working with, the collection process can be painstaking, and then the review process is different. So it really depends on what specific thing you're looking for in a given video. So we all think, okay, well, I'm just going to watch it second by second. And so then you're talking about a correlation of a second to second review period of time, where sometimes in an investigation you can fast forward because you may be looking for a larger item or a more macro picture of what you're dealing with, or it could be a situation that you're reviewing at halftime or even slower because you're looking for minute details. So in any investigation, it comes down to one, the amount of surveillance footage you've been able to catalog, two, what you're specifically looking for, and then obviously what you have for resources to review that footage in a timely fashion.
Excellent information. So interesting. Scott Chase, former Senior Assistant Attorney General, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you.